Hey, online learning team. Here is my final project. I'm sorry I couldn't share it. I thought I had a workaround that I'd be able to share it through Blackboard, but instead you get this webcast. I am working in Blackboard. I'm doing a lesson on beginning radio astronomy. I did use the development tool from England. I can't remember what it was called now. The Learning Design Studio. It was helpful, but I thought it would, dump into Blackboard or something, and that obviously isn't the case, but it was helpful for planning. Anyway, this is just background that I wouldn't tie any assignments to for the students, just the beginning radio astronomy, setting expectations. In fact, the context isn't really necessary for the learning time and the number of students, but the aims and the outcomes and the description should be available for the students. The first activity, what is radio astronomy, is a discussion. Students are going to choose either two of the shorter video links I have here or one of the longer links. And they're going to write a brief summary of the video. I gave them some prompts to answer. And then they need to also respond to a couple of their colleagues, which I always request they use complete sentences, indicate some appreciation, as well as something they learned or questions they might have. So that's setting the basis of where they're at for their understanding of radio astronomy. Prior to this lesson, I would have set up more of a background to get them grounded in electromagnetism. The second activity is watching a video that I made on how to request a radio image in Skynet.
With this video clip, I am going to show you
do
how
have
to
this
request
YouTube link
radio
connected to a file that I will also upload. You can access it and watch it if you so desire. Based on that video, then, the students will follow the instructions to go in, log into Skynet, and request, it's called a DAISY image. What happened to my links? Okay, well, the links are here. So this is the website that they would go to in the content frame to make their request, and I step them through the process in the video. I also I've got another link. There's another file linked here. Technology is killing me. Or maybe it's allergies. Okay, back at it. Here we are. So I need to improve the linking here. But there is a PowerPoint document that summarizes the video. I left the background slide in there too. So DAISY is one of the patterns that they could use, and that's what the pattern I'm telling them to use. But this gives them information on the other patterns that I haven't talked about or introduced yet. And then I've just got some screenshots stepping them through the login and request process, which they would have done in easier optical wavelengths prior to this. And now I'm finally getting around to radio. Some students have been eagerly anticipating this, as have I. So that's the third component to this unit, requesting the image. Then I've got another video that I made on how can they understand and then analyze the data. And again, I will provide this link in the document that I'm uploading along with this video. So after explaining how to analyze it, then I will ask them to go in, look at their data, and respond to a Flipgrid. I've done this with their optical images in the past, and I'd be interested to see what kind of physical response I get, as well as the oratory from their radio images. And again, I provide them with prompts, both written and an oral prompt. I should point out to you that this project has been so stressful that my hair has fallen out. Just kidding. It's a summer cut. All right. That was step 5. The 6th component for them then, after they've started reflecting on the data that they've collected, I want them to make a claim related to the data. And this is going to be another discussion post. Along with the claim, they're going to discuss the reasoning behind the evidence that they're using to support that claim. Then again, they'll have to respond to another student's post suggesting some alternative reasoning or why they agree with that student's rationale. And then finally, after reviewing their classmates' claims, evidence, and reasoning, they will choose one or two of the classmates that they maybe have already been in discussions with and develop a collaborative research project based on radio astronomy. It could be from one of the data sets they have already collected, or just completely design a new research plan from scratch. And this is just an outline that I'm looking for. And depending on the class, it may or may not even be carried out given the time. End of project. I hope you enjoyed your time with me.